Good morning, you 10. Just a really quick video to give you a little bit of a hand on this research task. I'm sure this is all quite straightforward for you girls. So these are a couple of questions I'd like you to research about Vietnamese refugees that came to Australia after the Vietnam War. There's a little bit of a clip here that you may like to watch about Ando and some instructions about submission and length and things like that. So this is just a task that I will be marking this task and giving you a mark, but it's just to sort of see where you're at with your short answer skills and your paragraph writing. Um, so this first particular question, I think it's quite straightforward. How useful is this particular source to a historian studying the journey made by Vietnamese refugees? In this response, you should refer to the source and your own knowledge. Okay, so you're making a judgment on how useful this is. If a historian's trying to work out or learn information about how Vietnamese refugees came to Australia, does it have all the information in there? Can they learn what can they learn from the source? What do these images show you? Okay. So question one I think is quite straightforward and we've done a bit of practice on that. Question two might be a little bit more tricky because we haven't really discussed in great length this idea of perspective. But the question is explain why the perspective or source B would be helpful to us historians studying reasons why so many people left Vietnam after the war. So when you're looking at perspective, you have to look at who has written or constructed or composed the source. So this particular source is a memoir titled Born in Vietnam, Made in Australia, written by Pauline Nguyen. Okay, so the fact that this is a memoir, what does this tell you about this particular source? Okay, does it make the source more valuable? And why is that the case? So having a think about that, you're going to have a read of the source. And once again, you're thinking about what it tells you about why so many people left Vietnam after the Vietnam War. Okay, so you're really looking for where does this source mention this particular reason? What reasons does it give you? And why would the perspective, so the person that's written it, and the type of source it is, be useful or helpful to a historian in particular? So I'm hoping this quick video will help clarify any questions or may give you just a better understanding of what I'm expecting to be submitted. As you know, it's submitted or it's due on Friday the 3rd of April and you submit via Google Classrooms. I've created an assignment on Google Classrooms and so you will submit it electronically. Please do stick to the recommended length. I said about a paragraph and it's size 12 font. So part of the skill in writing, ladies, is also that you can be nice and concise and that you can communicate what you need to communicate within the limit that's been given to you as well. Okay, and that's a skill in itself. Please feel free to email me if you have any further questions. Thank you, you 10. Happy online learning today.